Okay, emerald alarms. What I've got here is two different types. One is the hardwired alarm, which when it's connected to mains power it will have a green light on it. And I've got a wireless alarm which has no wires going to it. And I've got another one which is exactly the same. I've got all three of these interconnected just to demonstrate. We also have a wall controller. Now you may or may not have one for that. So I'll explain all the differences and what you can do here. So basically you've got a false alarm. You've got alarms beeping when they shouldn't. Now what are the causes? It could be steam, could be a bug, could be as simple as something has got inside there and is causing the false alarm. So in a minute I'm going to show you how I could introduce some smoke, and without pressing any buttons I could just clear the smoke and the problem will go away. Of course, with any of these you can press this test button on the top when the alarm is going off. That should hush it. It's a test button and it's a hush button. That will silence it, but it won't make the problem go away. The thing is, you've got to work out which alarm it is. Don't assume that they're faulty. Assume that there is actually something causing it, and we need your help to help you. So you've got to identify which alarm is causing it. In the old days you just had one that was sounding and it was easy. You just went to that one and tried to clear the air out of it. But in this case they're all going to be going off. Now if you have a wall controller, it's really easy. It's easy to solve. And that is by using the test button. The silence button in the middle makes it go quiet, but that doesn't help you. You want the bottom button, the locate button, because the locate button will shut up all of the other ones that are being told to make noise and keep one going that's causing it. And then you can go to that one that's causing it with a vacuum cleaner. You don't have to climb a ladder. You just get the extension pole and vacuum around where the air gets into it, which on this one is around this edge. On these ones it's around that edge. Vacuum it out in the first instance, but the hard thing is to work out which one it is. If you have the controller you can do that by pressing the locate button. If you don't have the controller you can do it by sound. The one that's causing it will be flashing red, but these are so hard to see that red flashing light. Unless it's in a dark room you won't, but you can do it by sound. And the way that, and I'm going to set it off so you can hear the sound, but basically you will have one that, the one that is causing it will be doing solid beeps. 3 solid beeps. So beep, beep, beep. And the other ones that are being told to make noise, they will be double beeping. They'll be going beep, 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 just like that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to try and cover the other one, the one that's causing it, so that you can hear the difference in sound. But you'll hear it, the first one that sounds should be the one that comes up with the solid beeps. So I'll get that ready to muffle the sound and you'll see what I mean, because there's nothing like hearing it. So slightest bit of smoke. Now that could be steam, that could be a bug, that could be anything that got inside it. And in a minute I'm just going to vacuum it. Without pressing a button, I'll just vacuum the smoke out of it and it will stop the issue. So there we go. 3 solid beeps. Yep. Beep, beep, beep. Now I'm going to cover that up. Hear that? Double beeps. Double beeps. So, without pressing a single button, all I have done is vacuum the issue out of that alarm. I didn't press a single button. That's what you've got to do. Identify which one it is that's causing it by sound and then vacuum it. Or wave something that at least you could push air through it. Vacuuming is ideal because if it's a bug you'll suck it out. But if it's steam, you know, waving a newspaper or something near it will also do it. But if you have the wall controller, even better, because it will flash, and I will show you how. I'm going to press the locate button at the bottom and show you how it will go quiet on the other ones. So first I'm going to wait for these all three to be sounding. Once they're all sounding, I will press the locate button on the bottom. And you'll see it will flash red here. Flashing red there. All three of them are going. Press the locate button and release it. Now it's not instant, but eventually these two stop and it leaves the one that's going. And again, vacuum it. As soon as I've vacuumed it and cleared the air, it's all gone quiet. It's all great. Now if you kept on having this one, you've vacuumed it and it keeps on going, then we'll go to step 2, which is how to silence them, how to turn them off. It's a last resort. I don't want you to do that unless you absolutely have to. If it's a hardwired alarm, look for the square button on the side. Square button, press the button and the alarm will open up. It's now disconnected from mains power, and you simply take the battery out and leave it hanging open. Don't try and close it without the battery, you'll break it. But that stops the hardwired one, nice and easy. The wireless one's a little bit harder, but basically that'll be screwed to the roof. All you do is grab it and turn it anti-clockwise, and then it'll come down in your hands. And then you'll see the yellow sticker, which gives you the instructions on there how to turn it off, which is 6 presses. No, sorry, 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it, turned off. Same again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turned off. Now we have 3 alarms all turned off. You don't want to do that. Don't just do that as a default. Do that when you've really got one that's an issue, that you've vacuumed several times and it keeps coming back. If you've got the wall controller, great. If you have these Emerald alarms and you don't have a wall controller, I highly recommend it, because they don't like moisture and they are going to go off, and it's nice to be able to identify which one it is without having to use the sound. Sometimes it can be a bit tricky, but you can do it by sound. If it's a dark room, you can tell the one that's flashing red, and give us a call. Oh, by the way, yes, once you've removed that battery, that will chirp for a little while, 2 or 3 minutes. Just ignore it. It's got a little tiny bit of charge in it. If that really annoys you, just press the test button and that will discharge it and that'll stop chirping. Okay, hope that helps.